You know that our eyes do more than just help us see. They keep emotional mood, our thoughts, and mental health, especially when genetics are involved. It's not just about genes, but about the molecules and pathways they influence. Retinoids, neurotrophic factors like BDNF, and guidance molecules such as neutrins are all essential for our eye and brain wiring. Disruptions in these pathways can impair neuronal survival and plasticity and mood, and cognition centers like the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, and the amygdala. It means genetic eye disorders can subtly alter how these brain regions develop and connect. Now let's consider what happens during early development when visual input is missing. Our brains are highly plastic in childhood, relying on perturbed visual signals to shape neural circuits. Without this input, the brain rewires itself, a phenomenon called cross-modal plasticity, where the visual cortex gets repurposed for processing sounds, touch, or smell. While this adaptation helps, it may also change the way networks involved in attention, executive function, and emotional regulation develop, possibly increasing vulnerability to disorders like ADHD or schizophrenia. The limbic system, especially the amygdala, is crucial for emotional response. It normally receives visual cues like facial expressions to help us interpret emotions. In individuals with congenital blindness, this input is absent, which might alter amygdala development and its connection with prefrontal regions. This could explain some social emotional challenges or difficulties in recognizing emotions. Adding another piece of the puzzle are specialized retinal cells called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells, or ipRGCs. These cells are like the body's internal light sensors. They help regulate our circadian rhythms, control the pupillary reflex, and possibly influence mood. Interestingly, even in some retinal degenerations, ipRGCs survive longer than the rods and cones, meaning that light input to our brain's master clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, is disrupted. This can lead to irregular sleep patterns, melatonin imbalances, and mood disturbances. Think depression or bipolar disorder, independent of how much vision we have left. So what does all this mean for mental health? Depression and anxiety in individuals with genetic eye disorders often stems from a mix of circadian rhythms, disruptions, neurobiological changes, and chronic stress. Schizophrenia risk might involve shared genetic factors, altered neurodevelopment, and sensory processing differences, and autism spectrum traits can also be linked to early sensory deprivation and gene effects on social brain networks. So the next time you look into someone's eyes, think of the complex, beautiful circuitry behind them, where genetics, brain, and emotion all to come together in a delicate balance.